Hey, winners, Kevin here. Okay, a couple of things I'm going to be telling you about. One, I just was listening to Jim Rohn's an audio of him, and he shared something with me that I shared something I thought was really, really amazing. He said the difference between people who are extremely successful and the people who are not extremely successful is very small differences. And he says it's just simply the difference between a little discipline and an error in judgment. And here's what he said: an error in judgment repeated over and over again in 6 years creates failure. It creates catastrophe. It's just a single error in judgment repeated over and over again. The different that's failure. Success is a small discipline repeated over and over again in 5 or 6 years will create massive success. And he says, what we don't realize is that the little errors in judgment that we make on a daily basis. And he says, for example, he says procrastination. Procrastination is the dream killer because what happens is when we procrastinate on one little item, it's not a big deal. It's a little bitty deal. But when we do that over and over again, it accumulates. And when we procrastinate on one thing, we see something we should do and we don't do it right at then. We put it off. And so that is deferred, and so it piles up. And he says what happens is you have you have a major catastrophe coming because you just that accumulation effect of the negative. And literally what you procrastinate, you put off, the troubles and problems and the procrastination snowballs. Whereas if you take and make the good decisions and do the little disciplines over and over again, you take action now over and over again, it snowballs into a major accomplishment, into massive, unbelievable success and the life of your dreams. So to challenge today is make sure you're making the little decisions, the little disciplines of doing what you know you should be doing, of taking action on your goals, taking action toward your dreams, toward the things you want to accomplish, and taking those actions now where you're not making errors in judgment. Instead, you're making actions of discipline. And as you do that, think of it this way: we're in the 100-day countdown to the end of 2012 and the beginning of 2013. We've literally got just a little over 60 days left to go in that. If you start today making a little discipline, a little action of discipline, and you repeat that over and over again, by the end of the year, you've created the habit. And you've created habits of success, habits of discipline that as you do it, it becomes cumulative and it becomes easier to add on more and more and win and win and win every day. So today, play to win.